Hi there, Year 5s. It's the science, the wider curriculum for Friday. I know some of you do these in a different order, it's absolutely fine. So let's have a quick look at these. Draw the particles in a solid. Well, you should have basically drawn them all together, shouldn't you? So, so draw them all compact, all in line, all in order, really close together. Can you see the moon in the day? Well, yes. Yes, you can see the moon in the day, depending where it is. But because remember, you see it because of the sun's light. So if the sun and the moon are opposite each other, it's highly likely you can see the moon. Which planet is hotter, Mercury or Venus? Now, some of you might have put Mercury because it is the first planet in the solar system, therefore close to the sun. But it's actually Venus. And I wonder if you can remember why. Venus has a thick layer of atmosphere, which acts like a huge blanket, where Mercury doesn't. So Mercury is actually very cold on the other side, whereas Venus around is hot. It's a good couple of 100 degrees hotter than Mercury, I believe, because of its thick atmosphere. Well done if you remember that one. How many times should you hold an experiment to make it a fair test? It should be 3. If you do it 1 time, that's the results once. Do it twice, fine. 3 times is, well, 3 is the magic number, isn't it? Okay. You can see if it happened 3 times, if there was a common theme that happened 3 times. So 3 times is the magic number for when you do scientific tests. Give an example of a solid, liquid and a gas. Easy. Solid, piece of wood. Liquid, water, tea, and a gas. Ooh, can be anything, can't it? Be interesting if you tried to do them for things in your house. Maybe I should have put that. How many degrees is Earth tilted? Is it 23.5? Is it 24.5? It's just falling out of my head. I know you guys know that and you'll be screaming at the screen. I think it's 23.5, but it might be 24.5. Check that one. That one's just falling out of my brain. So very well done if you remembered that as well. It's part of our retrieval, isn't it? I've not talked about it for long enough. It started to fall out of my brain. The connection's not as strong. And then, your task for today, I thought, well, it's going to be, I looked at the weather, I thought it's going to be quite nice today. So, I thought, why not do the classic? Now, we would have been doing this linked to our space topic that we would be looking at very soon, potentially in the next couple of weeks, I think it was, where we pretended that it was a satellite returning back to Earth. I didn't put all of that in for you because I didn't want to bombard you with too much information. But, you might have done this through the week, or it might be what you do today. I want you to try and make a parachute for a boiled egg with materials that you've got around the house. Now, obviously, you're Year 5s. Why not make this I want this a bit more of a scientific test. Choose what you're testing out. Okay, so I've said, you can try different materials out. That is one test you can do. Like it says up on the do now. Fair test, you should really do it 3 times. So can you think of 3 materials? You might not want to do materials. You might not have 3 different materials. You might have lots of one material. So why not do shape or size? Is it the length of the string? Is it actually the distance from the parachute to the egg? So choose a variable. Choose what you think is going to have the biggest impact and what you're going to enjoy doing. It might be it's the materials. If you've got brothers and sisters, do this with them. They will love it. So get some materials. Get yourself a couple of eggs. Do not hard boil them, that's cheating. You can see you've got a plastic cup there. You don't have to put it in a plastic cup. You can just tape it to the string. Feel free to decorate it. You might actually have some eggs left over from the egg decorating a couple of weeks ago. And have a go. Ask your parents where you can drop it from. I mean, if possible, and there's a parent around, make sure it's all okay and safe. Suppose you could open a window. Maybe your bedroom, if your bedroom's on the 2nd floor, you could drop it out of that window into your back garden or front garden. But yeah, have fun with this. Please feel free to send me photos of your failed or successful eggs. Please feel free to send me a video of it in flight. I imagine the impact of some could be quite good in a video. Poof. So this one it's to have fun with. It's to think about your science. What's the variable? Is everything else the same? Keep everything else the same. Maybe write it down. Just note down what's the variable. Right, it's the material, or right, it's the size. And then what you're going to keep the same. If you write it down, you'll think about it. So, is it from the same height? Is it the same weather conditions? Was one windier? Maybe you need to wait for the wind to drop. Did you release it in the same way, or did you throw one out the window and then just let one go the other time? So just think about how fair you can keep it, okay? And have a little bit of fun with it. All right, year fives. And I look forward to seeing some photos and videos if you want.